Welcome back to Bay Area Panthers. Once again, I am Mike Pulaski, and the Panthers coming off a huge win, 37-24 over the Arizona Rattlers. What makes it more impressive is the fact that the Rattlers are the defending champs in the IFL right now. And so this was a big bounce-back game after a close loss in Week 8. They come out and they get a big win, which now puts them firmly in first place in the West. And a big piece of why the Panthers have been so good this year, 9-2 at this point of the season, by the way, is a gentleman joining me right now, Josh Tomas. And Josh, I'm going to say it right here. I'm going to put it up front because I've been saying it on the radio during the games. This is an MVP type season for you. You are in the running for offensive MVP of the league. Did you expect that coming into this year, especially with the big move to running back?
Not at all, honestly. Obviously, I'm always going to aim past the stars, but me changing positions, I think, kind of like opened that door up for me quite a bit. Just showing my versatility and how I can change positions and still be the dynamic player that I am, whether it's receiving the ball or running the ball. But Coach Rod put me in a great position and set me up for great success, which is ultimately setting our team up for great success as well.
Well, and it's a big change for you. We talked about this last time you were on the show, going from receiver to running back. But you have a real knack for finding lanes, for seeing the cutback, for being able to accelerate through stuff. Have you always had that, or is this something you're kind of developing as the season's going along?
Nah, I feel like I've always had that, which makes me like I kind of treat running back as kick return. I think I previously stated on the last time we talked. It's just like kick return, just find the lane, hitting it, and trusting the lineman gonna make the block. I see the slightest opening, and I'm a little guy. I'm gonna try to squeeze through there and go.
Yeah, but your acceleration has been insane. So both Kevin Richardson and myself talk about it in the air all the time. It's just watching you when you do see that hole, you just get north and south. A lot of guys don't do that. They kind of hesitate, they stutter.
Yeah.
You just go, nope, hole gone.
Yeah, that's like one of my pet peeves. When I play receiver, we have running backs, whether it was in high school, college. I see a hole, like I obviously blocking, but going back and watching film, see a hole and see how the running back would kind of tiptoe through it or be hesitant on hitting it. And I would kind of always try to like push my teammates in the past to like be better for themselves, not just for the team, and like don't even think twice about it. You see the hole, just hit it. So, I mean, if I'm going to tell somebody else to do it, I gotta be able to do it myself.
No doubt about it. And last night, boy, they were coming hard. Arizona, yeah. They were putting some shots on you. Now, you said it yourself. You're not a huge dude. Yeah. You have to have some bruises today after that game.
Yeah, definitely feeling it a little bit.
Number 8 had something special for you, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he definitely did. Great player. Merriweather's a great athlete.
Yeah, really good player. Merriweather, defensive player for Arizona. He and you went head-to-head several times, and there were times when I was like, man, he was trying to take Josh Tomas's head off on that play.
Yeah.
And he was one of those guys that could search you out and find solid contact no matter what you tried, huh?
Yeah. Getting through blocks, getting to me.
Yeah, those guys are nasty. I hate those guys. Big, mean defensive guys. That's what they always try to do.
I like it, though. I love it. That's the reason I play football, for the physicality. I love it.
Oh, that is awesome. Good on you, man. So I talked about MVP-type season. Coming into this, you are number 5 in terms of rushing in the league. 93 rushes, 452 yards, 20 rushing touchdowns. I think that's number 1 for running backs in the league right now. There's quarterbacks that have that many, but I think you're number 1 in terms of running backs. And then number 13 in terms of receiving, 37, 432, 6 touchdowns. Plus you have 370, almost 370 return yards and a touchdown there too. Those are big numbers. So you are on the field all the time on offense.
Yes, sir.
Talk about why it's been that way for you, for this team. Obviously, you've become the feature guy in this offense. How has that evolved?
Look, I just want to win. So if I'm the best guy in the best position to help us win, I'm going to stay on the field as much as possible until somebody comes and shows that they're better, So just being on the field all the time, no matter how many times I get the ball, no matter how many times I get hit, I'm going to get back up, and we're going to keep going. And then on top of that, it's only a 50-yard field. I shouldn't be gassed that much to the point where I need a sub or something like that. But like I said, ultimately, we're just trying to win. We're trying to take it all the way and do everything that we can to make that happen.
Yeah, it's only a 50-yard field, but you do have to run high motion back and forth all
that's
the time,
true.
too.
That's true.
So that adds a couple sprints for you as well in that whole scenario. So you get the win against Arizona. And like I said, they're the defending champ in the IFL right now. They're a team that has to be reckoned with. You guys are going to probably see them again. But what
Absolutely.
kind of confidence does that give you coming back, knowing they came into your place, defense shut them down for the first quarter? Now, offense got shut down for the first quarter as well.
Yeah.
But they came in and defense shut them down long enough. And then all of a sudden, the next 7 possessions, you guys put points on the board every possession. What
Yeah.
kind of confidence does that give to your team? And how does that help you going forward in the season?
It just shows what we're capable of doing. Last game obviously came up short when we went out to Phoenix to play them, but it had a lot to do with us beating ourselves offensively and defensively. This week, we already knew what to expect, what we were getting going into the game. It was just all about coming out to executing the plan. I mean, we started out really slow, but we picked it up eventually. But it started out slow, just a little confusion here and there. But obviously, after halftime, we were able to talk, go over some things, even on the bench throughout the game. First half too, started clicking a little bit before the half ended. But like I said, we just needed to execute the plan, put all the mistakes behind us, focus on the next play going forward.
So, I mean, you're talking about a good team coached by a really good coach, right? So, Rob
Yes.
Keefe and Kevin Guy, 2 of the best coaches
Yeah.
ever in the indoor game.
Yes,
And
sir.
so, you've got a couple good coaches going at it with scheme. Coach Windsor obviously has a ton. He's coached with both guys. And
Yep.
so, they know each other. So, you got some good minds going into the game. There's going to be confusion early on if guys are doing it right. And so, the big trick is to be able to overcome it.
All right.
Talk about the bond that you guys are creating on the Panthers. My old head coach, Mike Daly, who's my favorite coach of all time, he was my Arena League coach when we won the World Championship. And he used to say, winning is the glue that bonds a team together.
Yeah.
Talk about the kind of bond that you've started to build on this Panthers team.
Man, it's a true brotherhood we have here, and like you said, winning obviously helps mesh that a lot more. But even losing, like when we lost, I feel like that bonded our team a lot closer. We figured out small things that we needed to work on. We pushed each other, made each other go harder each and every day. Defense pushing offense harder, offense pushing defense harder, and on the same side of the ball, pushing each other and not allowing people to just be complacent with where we are. Obviously the ultimate goal is to win the championship, and coming up short and having small mental errors or little tweaks within the game, that can hurt us in the long run. Obviously, going against a good team like Arizona, 2, 3 bad plays cost us the game the first time we played them. So just getting on each other, pushing each other, and just wanting the best for each other.
So I'm going to let you in on a little inside baseball for broadcasters here. Robert Turbin, who was doing TV last night, working with Roxy Bernstein, we were talking, and Robert played in the NFL for quite a while. I played in the NFL for a little bit. We've both seen it a ton. I cover the Niners now. We were both talking before the game, and we thought that you would make an excellent return guy. Should be at the next level, a guy who could play at that next level. Have you heard anything from next level stuff? Have you got any considerations? What are you looking for in that respect?
From my understanding, just off hearing and reading some articles and interviews about Coach Keefe, apparently teams have been reaching out about me. I personally have not heard from anybody. I also currently do not. I have an agent, but don't have an agent at the same time. He didn't recertify his contract to be an agent. So I'm actually in the process of finding another one. But me personally, I've been reaching out to CFL teams, UFL teams, NFL teams. I haven't heard back from anybody, but coaches say they've been getting reached out to about me. So just praying that the opportunity comes, whether it's now or at the end of the season.
Absolutely. And that's the way the coaching community works, right? So
Yes,
guys
sir.
reaching out to other guys and trying to figure it out, thinking about it, and then all of a sudden the spot will pop. And that's
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's what you need. You need an opportunity somewhere, I think. Just
Yes,
watching you
sir.
play and watching the way that you play the game. I definitely think you could. Turbo thought you could too, right? So
Thank you.
it's yeah, no, absolutely. Just the way you show up on the field, man, you're another step out there. So pretty impressive to watch. So you guys are 9-2. You guys are in such great position right now with the playoffs coming up.
Yes, sir.
You're going to play Western teams, except for that last game of the season down in Massachusetts.
Yes. Yep.
What do you guys have to do during the rest of the season to put together a real strong run up to the playoffs?
We just gotta keep doing what we've been doing these last 5, 6 games we've won in a row since we lost to Arizona.
5, yeah.
Roughly. Yeah, 5 games. Just keep doing what we've been doing, man. Just getting better each and every day, staying efficient, and pushing each other to be the best that we can be out there on the field. And the team who wants it more is gonna come out on top. And I just pray each and every day that it's all my guys that wants it more.
Yeah, absolutely. So this week is a tough one, though. Northern Arizona on paper, they don't look great, right? They're having a rough season. Their record's not great. You guys just beat the defending champions. You've got to go on the road up to Prescott. It's, a little elevation. Like, there's all kinds of reasons for this to be a trap game.
Yep, absolutely.
What are the coaches talking to you guys about? What are you guys talking about as a team about this game coming up?
We haven't really met yet to talk about it, but I can kind of already imagine what's going through Keith's head.
You're gonna channel your inner Rob Keefe right
now? Really just like you said, the high elevation, that's gonna get us off rip. So hydration, he already talked about this a little bit, hydration at the top of the week. So at the back end of the week, it's not catching up to us. So just staying on top of that and just remembering what he talked about last year. Just staying on top of that, and just because they only won, 2 games or so, 1-2 games, I don't even remember. But just because they only lost, one little amount of games doesn't mean that they're not a professional team and can't come out there any day of the week and hand something to anybody, So just don't take it for granted.
Yeah, that's the fact that you don't know that is actually a good sign. It means you're not looking ahead, right? We're not looking down the schedule. We're focused on the game right in front of us.
Right.
So I love the fact that you don't know what they've lost yet because you have your focus dialed in right now.
Yes,
what do you personally have to do for the rest of the season? Not just as a team, but your personal, like your mindset going into these games, your ability to work during the week. What do you have to do?
I just have to stay consistent with what I've been doing. Keep showing up, pushing my guys to be better, be a better leader myself, vocally and by example. I'm not too much of a vocal guy, but I'm working on it. Just trying to be, I'm more of a lead by example type of guy. So people see what I'm doing, just hope that they follow in my footsteps. Obviously veer down their own path, but see that I'm doing the right things and just hope that they pick up on some of my good habits, But becoming a more vocal leader for this team, we have a few vocal leaders for sure, but I don't know, some people take messages some ways, some people take it the other ways. But from my side of the ball, I feel like I'm a pretty good vocal leader. But as far as the whole team, I kind of like let the defense run the show when it's about them, But I put my 2 cents in. But yeah, I definitely will need to work on being a better leader and just staying consistent, really, and pushing my teammates each and every day.
That's fantastic. And that's the key, right? Pushing them every single day, making sure guys get better. You have a camp that you're working this week. Tell me about the camp.
So we, for about 3-4 weeks, work a camp with a youth football team out here in Morgan Hill, the Morgan Hill Raiders. Did it last year, Monday through Thursday for about 2.5 hours a day. Just start the camp off, warm them up, speed and agility, break off into position groups, and then start doing like routes on the air, one-on-ones here and there. Not every day, just when I feel like they deserve it. A good day at the end, a fun time at the end. Because the kids can get a little sidetracked. They don't be locked in sometimes.
Yeah, you think?
just based on last year, they always wanted to do one-on-ones, but didn't want to do the actual work to get up to it. So sometimes they didn't get the opportunity to do one-on-ones until I felt like they put in the work to actually do it. Because ultimately it's a reward at the end to have fun. But yeah, it's just getting out there with the youth. Is quite a bit. I would say over 100 kids each day, working with them, just motivating them, pushing them. And then obviously me being in a position that I am, they see a professional athlete out there. That's nothing but motivation. They're happy and geeked to go out there. So I have to come with that same energy.
You bring that smile all the time anyway, so they're going to appreciate that. It's always great working with kids. I appreciate having you on. I'm going to keep pushing for you for the MVP season because I just think you deserve it, making a big transition. You're doing everything right for your team, and so keep it up. Keep working hard. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And everybody at home, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about the defensive side of the ball with Jonathan Ross coming up. Got a big sack in that game against Arizona. He's going to be a big piece of this upcoming playoff push as well. This week, Panthers are on the road, but you can catch our call right here, KMBR 1050. Game starts at 6:05 Saturday, June 28th. Our pregame will start at 5:50. Kevin Richardson and I with the call. We'll talk defense with Jay Ross coming right up.